3, 2, 1, and we're in.
3, 2, 1.
This one's now Freestyle Friday because we literally 5 minutes ago I messaged you. I was like, "Yo, should we podcast?"
I can't hear my own voice in my headphones.
It's a bit weird. Freestyle Friday episode.
Doubles in the kitchen.
I'm sat in my kitchen. Yeah, I'm absolutely not prepared for this actually. All right, here we go. Here's a topic straight off the bat. How's your first week of Clubhouse experience been?
Yeah, it's been good, man. I've not spoke yet.
Have you not?
Nah, I got shook. I got shook. I got called out in one the other night.
Did you? What, in a good way, I guess? Someone just offered you to speak.
Yeah, I was waiting. I was in the audience hiding.
Yeah.
And then it was a DJ chat that Don set it up actually.
Okay.
The big flop.
Big up, Donch.
I was hiding.
You can't believe you just called it the big flop. That's so rude.
The big flop. I was sat in the audience just chilling. Next thing, they're talking about Manny. I think G2 was in there chatting away. Oh, I think Stardust is in here. Get him up. Next thing, I'm getting pinged. Left, right, and centre. Cable's pinging me. Donch is pinging me. Giovanni's pinging me. Giovanni's messaging me on WhatsApp. He's like, come up, bro. Bro, I got a shock.
You didn't do it?
Nah, I didn't, man. I don't know why, because I chat shit for a living. That's what I tweeted. I was like, I literally talk shit for a living. So why am I scared? It come up with the little notification. And I was just like...
Pressure in front of a live audience, bro.
Bro, do you know what? Yeah, I got shook. I'm not going to lie.
I
got so shook, brother. I felt like I was stepping out on stage. I was like, I'm not even sure yet. I said to Smooth, I spoke to Smooth Fuego. I was like, brother, I'm just scoping out the app for now. Yeah, I'm just feeling it out. See how it goes. But I gotta say, man, I think it's sick, bro.
It's definitely an interesting one. It's a very interesting format. So
I'm eating sweets, by the way. This is not mic professional at all.
I've been on it for about 5 days now, I think. And I've been on it every day. Like, bro, I tell you what, shit is addictive as hell. Like, I can't say I'm not addicted to the other platforms because I definitely have very detrimental habits when it comes to the other social medias. Like, I spend too much time on Twitter. I spend too much time on Insta.
Don't we all?
But Clubhouse is, bro, that is a next level black hole for time.
Yeah.
It's mental. So I went, my first one was last Tuesday. I always do my food shopping on a Tuesday evening, right? And I usually just take my phone, plug my headphones in, put on my Spotify playlist, and then I just bop around the shop. So I was in the car. And
man's just got Clubhouse on now.
Bruv, I was in the car listening to Clubhouse on the way to the thing. And this is my first time on it. So I'm just in there listening to the conversations. Wiley was in there. Trillery Banks was in there. SK Vibe Maker was in there. Who else was in there? Saskiller was in there. Like loads of people were there, right? All conversating.
Saskiller, you know, that is all fucking hell.
Osh was in there as well. And I'm just
Wiley's best mate.
Mate, they're like in every single group. Bro, they're in everything.
Nah, you missed it, right? Because Osh is in the chat, and then Wiley didn't know who he was, and Osh started talking.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, we've got Osh in here, the guy who sings My Year is different to your year or something." He was like, "Oh, that Osh, yo, bruv, I've always wanted to meet you, family." I was like, Wiley has always wanted to meet Osh.
Oh, he's a funny guy, mate.
Oh, bro.
But, yeah, so anyway, I got to the supermarket and I was just about to get out of my car. I was sat in the car probably for about 10 minutes still listening. So I parked up now and I spent probably about 10 minutes listening to the conversation. When I had headphones, so I don't know why I didn't just get up and bop into the supermarket. Anyway, 10 minutes passed and I realized, shit, I've been sat here for 10 minutes. I need to go and do my shop. I walk into the shop, pick up some fruit and veg, put it in my basket. My phone battery dies. And that's where my whole shopping list is.
Wow.
So I was like, right, I've got to go back out to the car and charge my phone. So I've gone sat in the car,
just
put the phone on charge.
Fam. Freestyle the thing, man.
Oh, mate, no, because I'm very specific with my food shops. And
this guy.
Specific ingredients and everything. Anyway, I've gone back to sit in the car, plugged my phone on charge, and obviously opened up Clubhouse. Bruv, 25 minutes later, I'm like, shit, I need to get in and do the shop. it's a proper black hole. But during that conversation, they were talking about Giggs' album, and the particular conversation I was in, they were talking about how Giggs' new album is the worst album he's dropped. And then SK called me out, basically. It was like, Dubl's in the room. Dubl, what do you think? So my first two words...
It's not his worst album.
That's another topic. But my first two words on Clubhouse in a room packed with people, and there must have probably been about 300 people in there. My first two words on Clubhouse were, fuck's sake. Because I didn't want to speak, but I got called out. So I was like, oh, fuck's sake. SK, I knew it would be you. Anyway, so yeah, I gave my opinion on it.
I feel like this is like where social media is kind of going. I know they've introduced the audio notes to Twitter and all these other new features that are coming out. See what Clubhouse have done. Yeah, that has opened up a big can of worms.
But I saw people's tweeting about Clubhouse like 2 weeks ago. I think it was 2-3 weeks ago. It started.
Dubl was at the back of the line.
It was
no.
You know what it was?
Man couldn't get in the club. You know.
It was a lot of industry heads like Twin-B, Semtex, Bianca Bray, who I think manages H.
Yeah.
Bianca's H's manager, right?
Yeah.
And so a bunch of industry people, and I just thought, I haven't got time for a new social media app, personally. I didn't do House Party. I couldn't be bothered with House Party in lockdown.
House Party was dead.
Came and went, gone. And I just thought, you know what, I'm nice with Twitter and Instagram. But I actually don't know what the catalyst was to me actually just downloading Clubhouse. Then I got it.
I know.
Sent my number
You felt
away.
left out, bruv.
No, it even wasn't that, bruv, because I don't care about those things. Don't really bother me.
Guy got FOMO.
No, I don't really get that. I get it for like nights out and stuff if everyone's on a night out, but not for apps. I don't get FOMO for apps. So I don't know what the catalyst was. I think I was just bored and I was like, oh, let me try it. Logged in, signed up, sent my number. They ask for your phone number, don't they? They're on ultimate data collection here.
Yeah, that's mad.
Put my phone number in, pressed enter, and it says, thanks for all your information. You're now in a queue. I'm like, what kind of prestigious like West End London app is this? I'm still in the queue.
I think that's a better way to run it, because if they 100%, if they open this up to the public, say the app's gonna die, in my opinion. It'll get so messy. There'll be so many rooms that are just talking about.
You know, it's gonna get
definitely. But that's why they should keep it the way it is. But obviously
exclusive. You're only saying that because you're on the inside now.
No, not at all. Like, I just think in general, it depends what they want out the app, innit? If they want to open up to the world, great. But I'm seeing people are already screenshotting conversations and that, and like people, you just can't have anything, innit?
There's
I know on there giving gems and people are screen recording it and posting it around, because obviously there's a few loose tongues on there, innit?
Yeah.
So it's I don't know, man. I hope they don't kill it, bro. Like I'm hearing gems on there every day. I'm the same as you. I keep putting it on in my spare time. The other night I had it on for like 4 or 5 hours. I didn't really speak, but I'm just listening and taking it in. If you find the right rooms, there's pure gems in there, man. I feel like the smaller ones are the better ones as well.
Maybe.
I've been in some messy rooms, bro, where just
50 people on the stage.
Everyone's just talking over each other, and it's a big dick measuring contest.
That's what I feel like. A bunch of the conversations I've listened to have just been dick swinging. And like I listened to some today, it was like a transatlantic one. There was a bunch of American people in there, a bunch of English people in there.
I think that's dope. That's sick how that is connecting conversations.
It's cool to do that. But in there was just like this one person talking about, but I've signed this person and they've made $1.2 million this year and da-da-da-da-da. And then someone else was someone else come on and like, well, my artist last year made 1.5 million pounds and that's more than dollars.
Well, I made a tenner.
Just thought, well, if you lot are out there making so much money, how have you got so much time to be sat on fucking Clubhouse all day long? Like, this is the thing,
bro.
Every time I've gone on, no matter what time of day, and trust me, I've been on from 7:30 in the morning. I've logged on in the afternoon, not continuously, but these are the times of days that I've just dipped in and out while I'm just it seems to have replaced listening to music this week. Do you know what I mean? I've not listened to any new music because I've been listening to Clubhouse, which is a bit weird. But I've been on at 7:30 in the morning. I've been on around lunchtime, so between like 12:30 or 1 o'clock. I've been on about 5 o'clock when I'm cooking dinner. I've been on about 7 or 8 o'clock once I put my son to bed. And Wiley is always there. Wiley is, it's not just Wiley as well. Like there's other characters, but Wiley's the one that stands out.
I think Wiley's got shares on there, bro, because listen, literally, I'll be in one conversation, then on the next one, and Wiley's in both.
Wiley's there.
I'm like, they're trying to cancel him, yo. They're trying to.
Bruv, here's a conspiracy theory for you. Maybe Wiley created Clubhouse because he can't get on any other social media platforms.
He's back on Twitter.
He's back on Twitter.
Yeah, he likes one of my tweets, and that's how I found him. He's under a secret name.
Oh right, okay. So he's just ghosting on a different profile.
Yeah. He's on there. In fact, can I find him? Because I did follow him.
But yeah, I don't understand
Crack City CEO.
Crack City CEO.
It doesn't say it's Wiley, right? But he's called Wiley CEO or something on Clubhouse.
Yeah.
And then it's the exact same profile pic on the Twitter account. And I tweeted about Wiley wanting to meet Osh, always wanting to meet Osh. That account liked it out of nowhere. And his bio's the CEO.
Yeah.
Putting two and two together. And he's sharing Clubhouse rooms.
This is 100%. This is definitely
That's
Wiley.
defo Wiley, innit? So there you go, guys. Go find him, innit?
Crack City CEO.
No
one report him, though. Don't snitch. Don't get him taken off of Twitter.
Yeah, don't snitch on him, man. To be fair, sometimes Wiley's talking sense in these conversations, but then other times I feel like he's just trying to rattle people on purpose. He's a controversial guy, innit?
Yeah, he is. But yeah, back to the point. How does everyone have this amount of time to be spending on Clubhouse? They're on all the time.
People are in lockdown still, innit? Not everyone's working. And I think a lot of these conversations we're listening to are like music industry, record label people, A&Rs. Like these people get to move a little bit more free with the time, innit? So I guess they can just lock in and out as and when they want to.
So what would they do?
I agree. I don't have that much time. So, and I'm not no record label exec or, you know what I mean? I don't know. I have no idea, bro. But if it's constructive, a man of learning. Yeah.
The constructive ones are good, but yeah.
I was in one. Ramel hosted one the other night, which I thought was a really dope one, and it was about trying to break through into like radio and television.
As a black presenter, was that the one? Black presenters on TV, or was it a different one?
I don't think it was that one. I just remember everyone getting gassed because some American guy come in, and he was like a Hollywood producer who would. Do you remember Keenan and Kel?
That's coming to Netflix soon, apparently.
He was the guy that put that on.
Right. Okay.
And he had a list of next level high profile programs that had done well. And he was in there just chopping it up with like Ramel and a few of the other. I think Target was in there. A few of the, like the 1Xtra cats and that. And it's just mad interesting, bro. Like I think it's sick how people are just connecting and are just so open. And you know what? One thing I've seen as well.
Go on.
Everybody's been pretty respectable and like holding themselves well in it.
I haven't heard any arguments yet, and I haven't heard any trolls.
Exactly. No beef thing yet. But like I say, if it opens up, bro, you're just gonna get man coming in combos. Like, do you think Wiley can jump in conversations if that opens up to the public? You're just gonna have bare youths like, yes, Wiley.
Yeah, this is the thing. One thing I noticed, and I tweeted this earlier today actually, is I've joined 2 or 3 different. What are they called? Are they called rooms or conversations or what?
Yeah, just rooms. I think. Yeah.
I joined 2 or 3 different rooms because I'm like, right, the title looks pretty cool. Like the title is definitely something I want to talk about, or at least hear people talking about. So I jumped in, and each time has been absolutely nothing to do with the topic that it's been spoken about.
Yeah, so it gets messy.
I think what's happening is within about 15 minutes of the room opening, they've exhausted the conversation on whatever topic. And so many people have come into the room and a conversation has just happened and evolved naturally, which is a good thing. But it's a bit irritating coming in as someone, I want to hear particular topic, and there's no rewind button because it's live conversation.
True.
And they're onto some next level stuff that I don't really care.
The moderators change as well. Like if a moderator is in charge and leaves, they can pass it on to somebody else. So like different people. And I was in one the other night and it got passed on to some other girl. And at the end, she was like, I'm not even a moderator. Like whoever was in charge of this room has left.
That's the other thing. I was on one last night and it was, it was a good conversation. Actually, it was a great conversation. There was a bunch of DJs and the topic was, what was the topic now? It was something about showing uni DJs more respect, or do uni DJs get the respect that they're due?
I feel like that conversation only happens in London.
Yes, yeah,
I see that all the time.
There's a bunch of guys from the Midlands in there who were relating to the uni DJs conversation. But actually, that was my point. A lot of the points being brought up about this, there's a London scene basically, which is all about the university raves where you've got like 30 DJs on the lineup and there's only a 3-hour-long night and stuff like that.
20-minute sets.
But my point, someone brought me up onto I think they call it the stage in Clubhouse. Someone brought me up onto the stage as a speaker as well. So I accepted because I just love to run my mouth, bump my gums. I was driving home as well from something last night. And so I was just
How do you talk? You have to is there a little mic button that you press and hold and let go? No,
there's a mute button. So you can just push your profile. In the bottom right, there's a little microphone symbol and you can push it on to talk and let go. And then your mic's open and then you can push it off again to mute. So it's really, really simple, really easy to use, very, very, extremely user-friendly. But I had the conversation and people were engaging with what I was saying and I was engaging with what people were saying. But then I got home. I pulled up on the drive and obviously the conversation is flowing and there's probably 20 people involved as speakers. And I was probably sat in the car for about 10, 15 minutes conversating some more and listening to what people were saying. But then it got to nearly 1 o'clock in the morning. It was a late one for me last night. Got to nearly 1 in the morning. I was I needed to go to bed. But I'm I've been speaking. I spoke about 2 minutes ago and now I have to leave. So what's the etiquette here? Do I
leave quietly?
Well, exactly. That's the thing. But the conversation was still on something that I had spoken about. So I'm suddenly thinking I don't want to leave. And then everyone just think because someone's disagreed with me or because someone's not saying what I'm saying, that I'm just fuck this conversation. I'm gone.
It's like when
it genuinely
when you tweet something in it and people read it the wrong way, man.
yeah, I can relate to that. And it's, but it's weird. I mean, obviously, I'm probably over-analyzing it at the time. But it was just at the time.
No, I hear what you're saying.
Shit, I need to go to bed because I've got stuff to do tomorrow. I've got 7 a.m. I'm getting up at the moment. I'm in the gym at 8 o'clock in the morning. And I'm 1 o'clock in the morning sat on my drive listening to Clubhouse, speaking to people on Clubhouse. But I didn't want to cut in and be all right, guys, I'm going to go now. See you later. Because they're all having a conversation and it's not about me. So it's not okay, but it's not being in a room full of actual people in a house. Do you know what I mean? See you later, guys. I'm going now.
No, I hear you. Did you say bye?
No, I didn't. I just cut. But I feel
days.
one feature would be a wave goodbye button. There's a leave quietly function. There could be a wave goodbye button. So maybe a profile just boom disappears or a message comes up for everyone. Double says goodbye.
Bro, you could just say bye, man. The ones that I've been in, dudes would just be y'all got to bounce.
Yeah.
Y'all got to bounce. Yo, guys, I got to bounce.
It wasn't my conversation. I didn't start the conversation. I was a small part of a big conversation.
Dubl, Mr. Nice Guy over here,
so I didn't want to, I don't know. I feel
the guy said all this, and he just cut anyway.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Man, just cut.
I just thought, but I think that's one feature that definitely could be introduced is a Dubl wants to leave now. It's not a personal thing. He's got to go to bed button. Let's put that button in there.
The one thing I would say about it that I noticed is I feel like I'm going to sound like a right negative hater now.
Yeah, go on. Hate
I just feel like there's people on there like talking the most that ain't qualified. If I'm going to be completely honest, like I'm listening to some conversations, and I feel like a lot of the people that would provide the real gems aren't speaking.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. There's been some great conversations, but I've locked into some, and I'm seeing people hosting these rooms, and I'm thinking, how on earth? Like, I can't say nothing because I've not hosted any rooms, but that's, you know what I mean?
No,
it's definitely going to come, but I'm just going off some of the stuff I tapped into. Like, you got to be careful where you're getting your info from, innit? That's all I'll say.
Yeah, it's a great point because you're right. Like there's been a few conversations already like, oh, is Clubhouse going to replace the podcast and stuff? Like, I know you tweeted
I tweeted that. I didn't mean replace our podcast, you big wet.
No, I know it wasn't specifically.
I just meant like, is this like the next evolution of
the
like
evolution of podcasts?
Yeah, man.
And the thing I think about it is, I don't think so. I think Clubhouse is going to be about for a bit, but I'm not sure. I don't think it could ever replace the podcast, because if you look at like our podcast, for example, or look at Chucky's podcast, or you look at even the other ones that aren't quite as big as ours, like Joe Rogan or Joe Budden's podcast, you know.
Yeah.
And if you look at like, these are people that they're qualified. All the established podcasts are hosted by people that are qualified to talk about what they are talking about, or at least they have a following and an audience that want to hear their opinion on topics. Whereas Clubhouse is just like it's a free for all, isn't it? It's just a free for all. And like there could be a group called How to Get Rich Quick.
Yeah.
By someone who's still living like a housing association building with no money in their bank, and they're just talking about things that they've seen on Twitter. No qualifications, no knowledge on money. They're just talking about, well, I think we should do this. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of like, it's exactly like you said. In fact, I'm just saying it a really, really long-winded way. There's really underqualified people.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen, isn't it? It's whoever's got like, there's people on there that have just got loud voices and love to talk and are setting up the most rooms. Yeah. So like, that's great. That's up to them, innit? I feel the fact that you can't rewind and pause and whatever else is probably one of the other reasons why it won't take over podcasting in general. I just feel like this is an evolvement of social media that's going to take it to a different level in the way people are interacting. It being able to talk through a group online, is through an app in your phone like that, so clean and works like seamlessly, innit?
I'm impressed. I'm impressed with how. Actually, I say this, but only because it glitched. The last time it really glitched and the app crashed was the exact same time that I signed up for it. Man. Literally, I signed up for it. It took my phone number.
It must have been your fault, like, crashed, mate.
It definitely was, bro. I think the developers got so excited that DJ Dubl had got on board that was it.
Into Compound Radio, yeah.
Why are you pushing that? Why are you pressing that? We're not locked into Compound Radio. It's the Talk Over Podcast.
Doesn't work on my end. I can't hear it. Anyway.
God, you're so rude.
Sorry, man.
No.
It's Friday night, isn't it? I'm not used to sitting here, bro.
Oh yeah, this
is the future.
This is the future of Friday nights, ladies and gentlemen.
I feel so much more awake.
I do, because I just banged a coffee down literally at the start of this podcast. I put the kettle on and just because I'm sat in the kitchen, and
yeah, it's going to be a late one tonight, man. I'm in here making content.
Nice.
I'm in here making content for my Instagram.
Good shit.
Podcasting, uploading files, keeping active on Clubhouse.
Clubhouse. I don't know. I feel like there's definitely going to be something that happens where the traffic on there becomes less, because people are going to figure out the times of day that they can go on there. Do you know what I mean? Suddenly, I think people at the end of this week are going to realize, shit, I've spent 18 hours a day on Clubhouse.
Yeah, your screen time's about to go through the roof.
Yeah, and I've not got stuff done. Clubhouse has been a bit detrimental to my output this week as well, because I've definitely spent time on Clubhouse distracted when I could have been doing, or should have been doing, other stuff.
I'll tell you what, bro. See Facebook and all these apps now, yeah, they're going to be sat there just waiting waiting for the wipeout.
How do you mean?
Whenever any app bangs, the big dogs take them out.
Yeah. What? Yeah, they might buy them out though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like Twitter, Facebook, whichever. Like, it's hard to say, innit, man? But I can just see if this bangs, Facebook and these guys, Twitter and them, man, they don't like it. They don't like it when other apps do well, innit? They start trying to clear out.
Well, of course, because their job is to keep people plugged into their app so that they can put adverts in front of your face.
It would be so easy to incorporate that into Twitter as well, like just Twitter audio rooms or Twitter rooms or just anything.
100%.
It could be done in a heartbeat.
Without a doubt, Twitter are developing that right now. They've got someone sat there on Friday night, a little geek on his computer, typing in his coding, working out how to make a Twitter audio room stable.
Trust me.
That can rival Clubhouse, sorry. What happened to House Party? Did you ever go on House Party?
Nah. I didn't use it.
I didn't bother. I don't hear anyone speaking
about
it.
I feel like that was for kids, man.
Nah, there was a lot of grown folk using it because of lockdown. That was the thing. It was a great way to connect with people because of lockdown. But I downloaded it, and so it kept pushing notifications.
You only have 4 men in a room, innit?
I don't know. No, I thought it was more. I thought you could do more than that.
Was it 4 or 6?
I'm not sure.
Maybe
limited. It was 6. I didn't actually properly use it, but I did download it. And I remember, like, a lot of the time, a lot of my contacts, I'd get a ping saying such and such is on House Party. Why don't you join them? Da 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 da. So, yeah. But I mean, I don't know. I don't see anyone talking about House Party anymore. So that died a quick death.
The in thing to do now is to go on Clubhouse, have a conversation, and then go and tweet about it on Twitter.
Yeah. Talk about it on Twitter.
That's the new flex. Go to Clubhouse, have a conversation, and tell everyone on Twitter what happened.
There's definitely FOMO for the people that haven't got on there yet, though.
Yeah, I've had messages, man. Like, oh, Sty, bring me in.
Yeah.
I think you get like one invite.
I didn't know that, so I had someone tweeted me like, send me an invite. So I just did, and then it said, you've got no invites left. Oh,
it comes up when you say if you've got a contact in your phone that's in the queue waiting to get in. It says, do you want to bump your friend to the front of the queue? Like, man are cheating it like fucking libertine.
Yeah.
Oh my days, trying to get in the club.
Yeah, no, I've bumped quite a few people to the queue when it says it. I'm just like, yeah, of course. Like, it doesn't cost me anything. Why would I not?
So yeah, Clubhouse anyway. We'll see what I go on in it. I think we should definitely do a talk over Clubhouse room. I think that would be sick.
Yeah, this is something actually I was going to suggest, that it would be a great tool instead of replacing podcasts. What I think is it would be a great tool to do, like, when the reality TV shows like Big Brother and Celebrity Jungle, what's it called? I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
Celebrity Jungle.
I couldn't remember what it's called.
No, the one that watched the telly.
Celebrity Jungle and Big Brother, when they finish their main shows, they have like an audience panel after show.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And basically, like, I think Clubhouse could be a perfect version of that. So once the episode's out and it's been out a couple of days, jump onto Clubhouse and basically, boom, Clubhouse talk over episode 94, the breakdown or whatever, and then go in there and people come in and they can open up with their responses. It's almost like a comment section. Okay. And that's when the audience then gets involved and you're in there and you can break down and expand on that podcast and get other people's views and have it as an interactive function to a podcast. That is what I think Clubhouse's primary function I shouldn't say should, but could be. Like, it could be an amazing place to connect and get other people's opinions and just expand on conversations.
The same way as when we do the Q&As on Instagram, but people can actually talk to us like properly in it. So it allows people to reach like their listenership in just a more personable way. Like, I think it's dope. Like the amount of DJs that listen into it and the people that we connect with online, and everyone's going to have a voice in the same room. Mm-hmm. I feel like it can add a completely different dimension to it, man. And you don't even like you say, if the room bangs, people ping other man in and it spreads. You know what I mean? It spreads. Like that DJ one the other night started up for like 10, 15 DJs. Next minute, the room's chocked up, mate.
Yeah.
But it was just good conversation, like, and a lot of people just tweeting about it afterwards, how much like the missing DJ in, and I mean, it's not many people are getting to have these sick conversations with loads of other DJs that are all in the same position right now. You get me? So
yeah, it's very true.
definitely
I had a bit of an awkward situation on it earlier today. I was listening to a really good conversation. It was so good, I actually can't remember what the conversation was about now. But I was listening to a really interesting conversation, and then something flashed up on my screen. It was green, and I recognized it from other times when I've been like putting the speaker bit. So I just pushed, yep, accept. I don't mind talking on this as well. So I clicked accept. Next thing, it's taken me out of that conversation and put me into a brand new room, which
someone's pinged you from another room.
It was called the D James room, and it was DJ, big up D James. He'd just joined Clubhouse, and it was like I think Walia was in there, and I didn't see the other names. And straight away, yeah, just started conversating.
D James don't rate me, man. Where was my ping, bruv?
No, I don't think it was him that pinged me in.
Where's my ping for us?
He was there, and he was like, right, I've just started. Like, what happens now? And then, but the awkward thing was, obviously, I'm in there. But then I sort of I just had to excuse myself. I was like, fellas, I'm so sorry, but I was actually just listening to another conversation that I was really into.
Oh, God.
So I'm actually going to bounce. And yeah, hopefully, what I'm hoping is that people can, I mean, I know like those guys in there will be fine with it and not think I'm a dickhead for doing that. But like, I feel like hopefully a lot of people won't be catching feelings if there's situations like that with other people. Like, oh, he came in our room and saw there was only 3 people, so he just bounced because he thinks he's too good for our room. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's kind of when you go to someone's live and you're the only person.
Oh, mate, you know how often
and you're just like, oh, hi.
Clicking on stories at the top of Instagram at the same time someone starts a live, and then I just accidentally click into their room.
And you have that like special moment where it's just you and him alone.
It's not a special moment. It's a special. I'm out quick. I'm gone.
I don't think it's gonna get like that. It's like quick fire conversation, isn't it? Like I can't see people taking it like too seriously, jumping in and out. Like you just got to kind of get in there, get your gems, and move along. Like, I've not even spoke on it yet, so I'm gonna wait till we do our thing.
Yeah,
see me.
He's gonna lose his virginity on the talkover.
Well, then Smooth was shouting at me, man. He's like, "Prof, come and speak. What you playing at?" He was like, your voice is valuable. I was like, you don't want me in this conversation. For fuck's sake. Anyway.
Yeah.
Clubhouse. Besides that, nothing's happened this week, mate.
How can you say nothing's happened? Didn't you get some new toys for the studio?
No.
What, you didn't get the reins?
Oh, yeah. I got them.
Well, I just forgot about the £15,000 setup that Stylist just bought this week, and he just forgot about it. This is how rich this guy is. He's got so much money.
Stylist, look, I've got my professional lighting up there. Look at that. Jeez. I've stuck them to the wall.
Oh, nice. You got to hide that cable, though. You have to hide the cable. That's a pet hate of mine. Hanging cables.
Yeah, there's cables everywhere. Look at all these cables, man.
Yeah, I couldn't survive, mate. My OCD kicks right off.
So yeah, I got the reins now. I've gone back. I've gone full circle. Very good addition, actually. I'm so glad I got him, bruv.
Yeah, welcome back, mate. Welcome back to the passion family.
The passion is back.
Has it helped ignite a new flame?
I feel like I've had to not learn how to mix again, but you know what it's like. CDJs and vinyl are completely different, innit? So yeah. I'm back in the swing of it now because these are technically controllers. They're super accurate, so you don't really get drift, and if you do, it's by like 0.1 decimal.
Right, so you don't even notice it.
So it's not even enough to send it off, really. But yeah, I'm surprised how well they run, bro. They're super crisp. They feel heavy, like they don't feel like Technics, but they're not far off, man. Mm-hmm. They're not far off at all, bro. Like they're big, sturdy beasts.
Nice.
I just wanted that vinyl feel back. I think I was tweeting about it the other day. I think I fell out of love with mixing on CDJs.
Because you're on CDJs.
Yeah.
I feel like for a lot of DJs, they might relate to this as well. It's just not the same using CDJs. It feels like it's not button pushing, but it feels like button pushing because the platter's not moving and like it's just skin on plastic.
It was a slow progression to like me just beginning to hate him.
Yeah.
Bit by bit to the point where I didn't even enjoy turning them on. So like coming in the studio and having little freestyles. Even when we spoke to CJ last week about it, like practice hours and that.
Yeah.
I just got to the point where I can't even be asked because like I feel. I don't know, man. It might be the era we came from, innit? But the art was different back then. It was turntables, scratching, hands on records, all that kind of thing. And I think I lost my way. I moved away from it just for the ease of using CDJs, but I super regret it and getting these reins back. I did think about getting 1210s, but I was like, if I'm going back to turntables, I need to like move forward with it a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
That's the thing. If you're going to buy them, I'm on turntables. I still use 1210s, but that's just because I have 1210s. I've got a shit ton of 1210s. I've got loads of them, bro.
I've got 8 pairs of 1210s. So if anyone wants to buy a pair.
Yeah, if anyone wants to buy some 1210s, give me a shout so I could do with the money. But yeah, like, so that's why I use 1210s. If I wasn't using 1210s, I would 100% be on the reins. Without a shadow of a doubt, definitely would be on them. But it's just, yeah, it's just different, isn't it? But I think using CDJs, and obviously you've put the hours in on the CDJs, so you know now you can scratch and cut and do everything. You know how to use all the functions on the CDJs. So I think that benefits you because now you've got like, it's multifaceted, isn't it? You can use other tools rather than just like, I can use CDJs, but I don't like it. And I find it awkward when I play in a club that has them because I'm like, I prefer using decks.
I think it's too easy.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's just not too obviously when you're playing in a club sometimes you want to concentrate on flexing a little bit more, innit?
Yeah.
But with vinyls you obviously got to concentrate a little bit harder on the mix and like there's like I think someone wrote on my first video I put up like the way you slow down the record, you have like a certain like little you know when you just brush the record, you gotta caress the thing. But I feel like with CDJs it all goes out the window. It just became I just fell out of love with it, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It's that simple. I was away in Dubai and I was like, I can't wait to get home.
Yeah.
My reins are gonna be waiting for me. I sold my CDJs and just done a straight swap. So
yeah, that's a good shout.
I should have kept them really, but whatever, innit? Them ones. So yeah, the reins. These are sick, bro. You got the
S11 now as well.
No. I've not got the mixer yet.
Oh.
Not yet. I think I might be getting it for Christmas.
Woo! What? You're getting it for Christmas?
I'm selling my S9.
Oh, right. I thought you meant you were getting it for Christmas. Like, your girlfriend loves you, bruv.
You think my missus is buying me that?
That's what it sounded like.
The fuck? You think my
100%. That's what
my missus is getting me a 2-bag mixer. I'm selling my S9. Yeah. And then for the last couple of weeks, I've just been like sliding a little bits to change away. And then that'll go towards it. And obviously, yeah. Because the way these lots sync together and the reins, like you've got the USB outputs on the back of the S11, so everything just plugs straight in. But like these output the DVS signal straight from the turntable through the phonos. Yeah. So you can there's DVS for like virtual DJ, Tractor, Serato, and you can just flick through the screen for the different signals.
Yeah.
So I know the Mark 1s didn't have that. So that there's a few like slight upgrades. I spoke to D James about it, and he was like, "Yeah, you need the Mark 2s, bro. Like the Mark 1s are good, but the few little extra things that they've added to these are sick. You've got like the pitch range, 8, 16, whatever on the turntable. There's an instant doubles switch, so you can do that. Like you can flick the instant
from
doubles
the turntable, so you can just push
instant doubles button on the deck.
So you can just boom, and it calls the same track from the other side straight
in. You can scroll. You don't even have to touch the laptop now. You can do all the tune scrolling on the decks.
Yeah, I've got the, what's it I've got?
I don't use that personally.
I've got the Pioneer. It's like what's in the S9 now, but it's the separate thing. What is it? The PP1? Oh,
yeah, I know. I know which one you mean.
Or something.
I've never used it. I've never used any of them things. I don't know the names.
That precedes the S9. That's basically, I think, what they put out before they integrated it into the mixer.
Yeah.
And you can do all that. There's a twister that you can change the tracks. But I use it for the cues and for the other functions and stuff and loops and that, but I still pick the songs from the laptop because I'm looking at the screen.
See the screen.
So the screen's in front of me, and so it just makes sense to have my fingers in front of me as well instead of my hands over there.
It doesn't feel the same doing it off the deck. I don't think I can get used to it, man. Even the instant doubles, like the button is sick, but I'd rather just do. I'm still doing the keyboard shortcut. I think that'll just come with time though, man, because I'm still getting used to the minute, and I'm probably not going to be playing out with these These are for
Right.
studio use.
Don't take him to the club.
Uh,
I think
Can't all be like you.
if you're doing a routine or you have a set where you literally, like Westwood, where you literally just start at the top and go down without...
Yeah.
If you do
It's
that,
easy then.
that's probably the best way to do it.
100.
I don't know why I called Westwood out for doing that. Tons of DJs doing it, but he's just the one that stood out to me, that he has just a set list. But loads of people do it, and loads of DJs, like, if they have set routines, especially like battle DJs and competition DJs. If you're doing that and just clicking down, I imagine it's a real useful
It's
function.
just the whole leading across the whole of the deck, but you're looking at your screen.
Yeah, that's what I couldn't.
I'd rather just go.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, but for us as club DJs, where our sets differ every time, and we're searching for stuff that we might not have in our head straight away, or searching for songs we haven't played for a while, or what's coming next, or lining up the next few records, I don't think it's really a useful feature, or not for me anyway.
Well, either way, they're sick, man. They're super sick. So if anyone out there is looking to grab a pair, mate, I would advise.
Do you think
I can vouch for them?
Do you think DJs? There's a bunch of DJs that have been spending money on new equipment.
Yeah.
Like, do you think it's a good idea right now?
Probably not, and I'm guilty of it as well.
I wasn't attacking you personally, mate.
To be fair, for me, like, the reason I upgraded is because we're not DJing out. I felt like I was losing the passion for it. Yeah. I was like, all I've ever done is been a DJ. Like, I'm not letting this go. I'm not letting everything just go in the bin. Like, I need to get back on my game. And
yeah, but the difference with what you did, though, you did a swap, essentially.
Yeah, pretty much.
You sold your CDJs, and then what you got for your CDJs is what you spent on the reins.
Yeah.
So
100.
that kind of doesn't really count because you didn't spend money. I'm talking about, like, there's DJs that have old mixers that are dropping $2,000 on a new S11 mixer.
I've seen pure people grab the S. Do you know what, bro? I think it goes off people's circumstances, innit? Like, I don't know. If you're living at home with your rent still, for example, you've probably got $1,000 or $2,000 spare.
Yeah.
You don't have bills. So, do you know what I mean? Some people's circumstances are just different, innit? I guess it just depends. Like, if you've got the money, by all means. But yeah, you don't want to be spraying too much, especially if DJing was like your full income and you've not got a backup.
Yeah.
Obviously, be careful in it. But I can't say nothing, bruv, because I've been buying equipment and trying to keep my shit moving in the hope that...
Stylus has been splashing. Stylus was like, I'm just going to buy a whole new studio.
No. Don't be silly. I got a business grant, so it's a little bit different for me. Like, I've not spent anything out of my pocket.
Yeah, that you didn't have beforehand.
Do you know what I mean? So, like, that's the only reason, like, I got what I got. And I didn't really buy too much equipment, really. It was more the podcasting gear. Excuse me, than actually just doing up the studio. But I use the gear all the time. I'm using the podcast stuff every other day.
Yeah,
filming loads of bits. My visuals. I'm always filming visuals now, and then I've got my production set up, which is more just a side thing, just a hobby. So this is my den, bruv. I had to make sure it was rigged. I had to make sure it was rigged in it.
Fully rigged.
But so, no, I agree. Some people have got different circumstances in it, so.
Yeah, I think you're right about that because, like, I've not really splashed. No, I've spent money. I definitely spent money I shouldn't have spent on kit. So basically what I've bought since the first lockdown began was I bought the phase controllers, the little ones, the Bluetooth ones that sit on the vinyls, which for me, they were a good purchase. I benefited from them. I've been doing weekly mixes and not had to deal with dust or any like interference from using real needles on a Serato vinyl. Haven't worn out any of the Serato vinyls. So like, I
think the needle game might be done, bruv, you know.
I think so. Yeah. I think it is now. Unless you're a listener.
Unless just playing tabletop vinyl player like in the yard.
Yeah, that's what I mean by
a little album on.
Although the drum and bass scene might keep it alive, because I know there's still a lot of drum and bass DJs, and maybe garage. Like there seems to be a lot of garage being pressed to vinyl at the moment. So it could be them lot. They might keep it alive, but it's definitely not going to be a lucrative business like it was before. I bought a capture card for live streaming that never happened. So I just got a capture card just sat in my studio doing nothing. It's never done anything because I tried to make it work with the laptop and it wouldn't work. So
It's
But
mad when you look back now, innit, to the start of lockdown when everyone was streaming and people were trying to figure out
mate,
OBS.
people were spending hundreds and hundreds of pounds. Like, even me, like I think the capture card cost me like £160.
Yeah.
Right, it's sat. I took it out of the box once. It didn't connect to the computer, so I put it back in the box. And it's just sat there. I should sell it really, but it's just.
Yeah, you'll
sat
get
there.
some money for that, bro. Is it? Did you get the
good one?
One of them.
Yes, exact same.
Sick.
The good one. I might use it one day.
I'm not really using mine at the minute either, to be fair, because I got this one.
Oh, look at him. All this equipment. You have to say which one it is, because don't forget we're audio as well. What is that? It's tiny.
It's a 4K cam link, so it's made by Elgato, but it goes straight into your laptop.
Yeah.
Camera into that end.
Yeah.
HDMI, that end into your computer, straight in. And you can do like higher resolutions and 4K and stuff. So if I'm doing like 2 cameras, one into this,
one into that. How much was that one? You've gone quiet.
It's like £100.
And
you just literally HDMI in one end, straight in, and that just goes straight into your computer, man.
Nice.
I don't think you could do 4K on the HD60.
I'll be honest, I've got no need for 4K recordings at the moment. Anyway.
Yeah, you don't need to. You don't need to. It's stupid.
The other thing I bought, and this was an impulse buy, which I really regret. I found a new DSLR camera on eBay, and it was the same as the one I already have. One of the ones I already have for recording my interviews. So I just bought it, and it came, and it turned out it has a 30-minute limit on videos.
Yeah, mine does that.
My other one doesn't.
So shit, that man.
I've now suddenly got a camera. I've got a camera now that I can't, and I've checked all the settings. I've tried all the hacks. I've contacted Panasonic, and they're like, "No, you can't. It's got a 30-minute limit." So now I've just spent 500 quid on a camera.
There's certain ways you can hack. You can hack some cameras. I wouldn't advise it.
I've tried it. No, none of them work.
The only way around doing the 30-minute limit, if you have a camera, is to record through OBS,
right?
Externally. And then it cuts out the internal recording of your camera, so you can record as long as you want. I don't think the quality will be exactly the same.
Right. Okay.
But
so
that's
you can
the way
record
I've
into OBS through the capture card.
Yeah, so if you just set your capture card up with your camera and then you record off on OBS straight to your computer, it misses out the internal recording on the camera.
Interesting. Oh, that might be
because mine has the 30-minute limit. So when I'm doing interviews and whatnot, if I'm doing anything in here, I'll record on the OBS and not on the camera. Do you know what I mean? And then when you stop recording, the file will just drop onto your desktop.
Yeah. All right, we've gone well off topic today, by the way.
Yeah, it's minor.
This is it's minor. This is just
Friday night. It's the Friday freestyle.
This is how we do Fridays. This is something I don't like about Clubhouse. If you can see this.
Yeah.
Look, it's just told me a bunch of people that are in a room talking about stuff. It doesn't tell you what they're talking about. Just I don't want to know this because I'm busy.
Should we start one? Should we jump in now and just start one for Bants?
No, I'm not plugged in, and it's all.
You're not plugged in. It's a mobile.
No, I've got my phone here, and I won't be able to hear it because I've got this in.
Yeah, after the podcast.
Oh wait, I thought you meant now.
Yeah, right now while we're live.
No, not right now while we're live. We've gone off topic as it is. We can't then go on another platform while we're on the podcast.
Two stories.
Your mate H won best newcomer at the Mobos. Did you see that?
I seen it, man. I seen it.
Did you see the other winners?
I've not seen them all yet. You know, I taped the highlights on BBC. I might even watch that tonight. Actually, I've seen a few bits online. I've seen bits of the performances. I feel like the quality was a lot higher this year.
Oh mate, the quality was really good. Like
they went in, man. Like that semi revived the Mobos for me.
No, you know what it is? I think the fact that the nominees, the fact that it was all current and all reputable artists and good music definitely revised it. Well, there was a year where they had like Jessie, what's her name? Jessie J.
Yeah.
And Sam Smith performing.
Yeah.
On the and I think they even won. Didn't they even win? Didn't Sam Smith win a Mobo?
Yeah, I think so. I was waiting for people to complain about H getting one because he's white.
You know what? I'm not going to complain about him getting one because he's white, but obviously because I'm white. And I don't think that's the problem though. I don't think his skin color is the problem. I think the problem is that H won best newcomer.
Mm-hmm.
Bruv, H has been out the gates for 2 years now. And I know,
Nah, I don't think he's been in the limelight for 2 years. No way, man.
What was his first song? Come on.
It was the freestyle that he dropped first. That
No,
blew.
the first song after that
It's
came.
Taste on it.
No. That was last year's one. He did one straight after Straight Rhymes. Hold on, I want to check his Spotify and see if I can find it. He did an actual song after Straight Rhymes. That was the radio.
I think it's fair to say he's still a newcomer, bro. Like if you're looking at the last 12 months, 100%.
I wouldn't count H as a newcomer. If we're talking newcomers, I'm talking about people like. Hang on, I need to bring the nominees up now.
Yeah, I was about to say who else was on that list, though, man. To be
there.
fair, when they were reading them out, I remember saying to the missus, I think I was like, the most popular guy's gonna win, innit? Who's like in the commercial limelight the most, which is probably H at the minute.
Yeah, let me.
So it's an easy one to call.
Oh, okay. So I mean, I'm a little bit. I was gonna say Shabo. She should be on the list, but like even Lowski's another.
Shabo was on the list once.
Yeah, she was, but she deserves the best. Like she's more of a newcomer than H is. If you look at
but she's not banging like H, mate. Shabo's hard, but
in terms of newcomers though. But okay, so the best newcomers: H, Alakai Harley. Like if anyone knows me, they know I love.
Yeah, but Alakai, then you could say the same. She's not newcomer, fam. I've been rinsing her with him for years.
No, not years. No way.
It's a couple of years, bro.
Not since.
Right.
No, see, Alakai H is like H has hit charts and that, bruv. Like he's out there as a household name.
Yeah, but that's only been in the last year though.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I just think
checking something now.
I just think the newcomer and M Huncho, he's been out here.
Yeah, he's not new. I don't even think Huncho's a newcomer to be honest.
I mean, with that said, I'm contradicting myself a little bit here because I would have said Dutchavelli would fit in the newcomer category.
Yeah.
But he's been out. He's got stuff out from like 5 years ago, bruv.
I don't think they can really give it Dutch at the minute with the current situation either. That would have been controversial.
Absolutely.
That would have been controversial as hell.
I would like to have seen Parsalu get it, you know?
That's a good shout.
Parsalu. He's a nominee, by the way. I didn't just pull that up. Like I'm looking at the nominations now. But I think Lowski's been doing this for years, man. Like I wouldn't say Lowski was a newcomer.
I think Parsalu is probably one of the fairest shouts on there, you know.
Yeah, Parsalu. Like
my family, if the clubs were open, that's one of the biggest records to drop.
Yeah, Backroad G as well. You know, Backroad G's had a good year without things being really open. True. He has had a good one.
Parsalu sounds like a BTEC J Hus.
Well, so many people are making this comparison, man, and I think like.
They're not in the same bag, obviously, but they definitely are. Like,
there's a lot of similarities.
There's traits there, man. 100.
Well, they're both Gambian, aren't they? They're both from Gambia. They do have a very similar style as well. And did you see like when Frontline first went viral?
So they were a bit angry with it, innit? They were a bit angry with it.
How do you mean?
You know, like the way they bar. Like it sounds like they sound like they're a bit mad.
Yeah.
My family.
My family. There's definitely some aggression there, definitely. Millions was a good shout for newcomer.
Millions though.
Millions was yeah. I've always thought Millions sounds like if Chris Eubank Sr. was a rapper. That's how he would sound like Millions. But I like Millions. I'm a big fan of Millions. I like his voice. But he just reminds me of like Chris Eubank Sr.
Listen, it's Manny on the map, mate. H is coming.
Manny. No, H didn't put Manny on the map, bro.
What was that?
What?
Manny. What was that shocking attempt at a Manny?
Manny.
For Manny.
That's how you talk, bro. You sound like H. Manny.
I do not sound like H. He's from the other side.
Beef now.
Nah, it's not a beef thing, bro. I'm like a chameleon. I can move through different ends.
Do you know what did upset me? Stxylo G wasn't nominated for Best Reggae Act.
That is stinking.
I feel like they really, really disrespected reggae and dancehall in the Mobos this year. Best Gospel. reggae.
Did they do UK dancehall, or was it just like an overall reggae category?
It was just reggae. It was just reggae. No
Okay.
UK. Actually, who's Leela Ike? I think is a Jamaican. I'm not really familiar.
What? So you're telling me Stylo G didn't even get a nomination?
1 second.
That is a madness.
Yeah, so Leela Ike. I'm not really familiar with Leela Ike, but she was nominated. But everyone in the reggae act was Jamaican. But I feel like they definitely dropped the ball. They should have put Stylo in there. Alakai Harley should have been in there as well, in my humble opinion. And
I agree.
Dexter Daps as well should have been in there, but he wasn't. But without a doubt, bro, like Stylo G should have been nominated, man. Look at what he's done in the last year. How can he get a tune drop with Nicki Minaj and Vybz Kartel? That was number one. It was the biggest dancehall record of last year. In Jamaica as well, I'm talking about. Not.
It depends who's signing off it depends who's signing off these lists, innit? Because you know what it's like, bro. Sometimes it can be favoritism. Sometimes it can be people that are calling the list maybe aren't feeling Stylo. Like it could be a combination of factors. Because for Stylo to be ignored is a travesty, mate.
Stylo's been vocal before about how the Mobos should have hailed him when they didn't, but he performed at this year's one.
Yeah, and his performance was lit.
He was a guest performer. It was sick, bruv. Like the production behind it was incredible.
I feel like we're finally catching up to what the Americans have been doing for time.
How do you mean?
In regards to like them performances that were like music videos, but performances. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we have took so long, bruv. Like when I used to put the Brits on or the Mobos, so dry the performances, bro.
On a stage.
Like nothing even against the artist, man, but like just on the stage with a mic, backup dancers, woo! Americans will be going full production, thing looking like a music video. I feel like Mobos definitely went down that route with this one, and it just brought a completely different production value to it, man. It just made it way more engaging and better to watch. Yeah. I'm not even seeing it all yet either, to be fair. So
I didn't watch the whole show, but what I did say, I watched Stylo's performance, and I saw other bits, like Chunks and Maya just introducing a couple other bits.
Oh, Maya is so fire, man. Fuck.
Maya is fire. This she is.
Peak, man.
But yeah, I think what the Mobos were probably forced to do this year, because they couldn't have a big venue with loads of tables and all the industry people in there, etc., they were probably forced to spend the money on production. Elsewhere, and they did that incredibly, man. I'll tell you another performance I saw was Miss Banks' performance.
Okay.
Bro, that girl she's
sick.
Why is she not as like one of the biggest, highest rated stars? Like I
think it's a song choice.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I don't think it's reaching the wider market of people, man.
So who is it reaching then? Because people know about her. She's got fans. Who do you think it's reaching?
I don't think it's...
I kind of agree. Like the biggest one for me would be
the one?
Snack.
Snack. Yeah, Snack was a banger.
That's the one for me that gets, out of all of Miss Banks' catalogue, that gets the best reaction in the clubs.
Yeah, 100.
And the girls love it, bro. They love that song. So that one connected, but you're right. I think like other songs just aren't.
A fan base it's not growing, in it, or if it is, it looks like it's growing.
Do you know what it is? I feel like
little bit by bit.
I think you're right. I think she's not making the right songs. But then, what are the right songs?
It depends what you want as an artist, innit? Like if you want to hit a wider audience and be on like radio or whatever, then you've got to change the direction of music. Like look at what there was a conversation on Clubhouse the other day. We were talking about Stormzy saying his listenership now is nowhere near the same listenership that was with him when he blew, because
meaning the demographic.
In regards to like, and the music and the direction he's gone in. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like,
of course.
Maybe Miss Banks just needs to do a little left or a right turn and try and tap into some different energies and generate an audience. But some people don't want to sell out. Do you know what I mean? Like the stuff she's making is probably true to her sound. But that may be a reason why she's not hitting the bigger numbers.
Just had another one. We're missing out. Afrobeats talking with Nikki Summers.
I turned my notifications off. It was coming up every 2 minutes, man.
Yeah, I'm going to do that in a minute. I've got to silence it. We're missing out, bruv. We're in here. chatting shit. Everyone's on Clubhouse having fun on a Friday night. But no.
My God.
No, I think you're right. Like maybe she needs to switch it up. One thing I've noticed about Miss Banks is she doesn't seem to have, not just about Miss Banks, actually, this can open up to a lot of artists that deem to be slept on. They have fans, but they don't have armies.
Okay.
When you look at Nicki Minaj, yeah, I dare you put on Twitter 4 words: Nicki Minaj is shit, and see what happens to your Twitter. See what happens, bro.
Same with Beyonce and that, bruv. Like these people,
like they have armies, bruv. Like they really have armies of fans that as soon as something drops, that's it. The fans stream it and post it and share it and do all of other stuff. Like, and I feel like a lot, maybe this is something that's missing in the UK, apart from with the biggest.
No, I think it's a different level of
stardom,
fame, stardom, whatever you want to call it, success. I don't think our UK artists can compete on that level. Not yet.
But no, not on that level. But I mean, for example,
because that's like Die Hard. That's like going back to MJ times where man are fainting on the front row, and that like it's the same equivalent. They're just in a Die Hard digital format now. They're not at the front of the stage fainting and shit. Do you know what I mean?
No, but okay. So I feel like D Block Europe have an army of fans.
Okay.
Not just a fan base. So D Block Europe will post something, and the fans will post it.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like they will scream about it. They will defend young ads to the death on Twitter.
I wonder if it boils down to the relationship with your audience. Then, like, I'm not fully tapped into Miss Banks' socials like that, so I don't know how she interacts with her following. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know.
Some of these artists, like, you've got to be personable now. People buy into not just your music; they buy into you as a person and a character as well, innit? It's a combination of things. It's not just music anymore.
So I don't know. She's proper nice, Miss Banks. Like, she's not a dickhead.
Like, she seems like a G, man.
No, she is.
You've met her, innit? Yeah.
I've interviewed her a few times now, and like, she is proper cool.
All right, flex.
Come on, DJ Double TV, youtube.com/DJ Double TV.
I'll be cutting that out. She was on. I seen her on the Rap Game.
I haven't. You know what? That's another thing I've slept on. I haven't watched.
She was on the Rap Game as a guest judge, and like she came across really well, man. She's fire too. Boy.
Yeah, that's true.
I'd watched the Rap Game, by the way. Quick one. The second season was proper G. I'm not gonna lie. The level was
really good.
The levels were high, man. It surprised me. After the first one, I didn't know if they'd be able to do it again. The levels went up.
Yeah, don't tell me who won, because actually I'm gonna check that out. But there's one artist that was on there that I think people, if you like rap, you should definitely check her out. And I've heard some of her stuff. Her new manager actually sent me this track a couple weeks ago to get some feedback on it. And it's Lady Ice, and she just dropped a record called No More Secrets.
That's the homie. That's a friend of mine, Lady Ice.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, man, local money girl. She's been about for a minute. She was on the first series.
Okay, but she's bro, she's had it rough. I didn't realize until this No More Secrets track comes out, and she talks about her life and.
Yeah, wow. I didn't know about that either, man.
Mad. Have you heard the song No More Secrets?
Yeah. She reached out to me and was like, "Yo, this is my new thing," kind of thing, like putting herself out there, innit? So,
So yeah, because I know the lady that's just signed to manage her. So yeah, she sent me a little while ago before it came out.
Lady Ice is cold, man. She's been doing a thing for way before Rap Game.
Really?
So yeah,
that's sick.
Yeah.
But she's sick, man. Like I rated that song, and like I like her. So I think
she's one of the many artists that just like she just keeps her head down. She knows who she is, what she's doing. I mean, she don't buy into the bullshit, mate. She's just she's on a mission.
Yeah,
do her thing. So I'm here for that.
Sick.
I'm here for that.
Wish her the best, man. Like she's dope.
But yeah, Miss Banks, make a radio banger. No joke. I'm joking.
Before we finish the Mobo conversation, the best producers categories were J5, 808 Mellow, Sir Spyro, TSB, Steel Bangles, and M1 on the Beat. I think Show and Prove should have been in there.
Yeah, what I don't even know what Show and Prove made this year.
Show and Prove has made millions.
Even Fanatics ain't on there.
Oh yeah, shit. And
what is going on?
Where's Fanatics? Where's Beat Freaks? Like, why? brother, that went completely over my head. Why were Fanatics not on the list for a Mobo?
Yeah, that's
What is going on?
probably because they keep their heads down same way, bro.
But
You know what Fanatics are like? They keep their head down and get the work done.
I sound like a proper hater here, but
They were
realistically,
on Rap Game. They were on Rap Game as guest producers.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard about that actually. I saw Dro posted it on his Insta. I'm going to sound like a hater, and I don't mean to, but Sir Spyro has absolutely not made more progress this year in terms of beats than the Fanatics.
I agree.
Again, looking back at Stylo G's biggest song last year, produced by the Fanatics.
Mm-hmm.
The other song before that, Yazimi, that Stylo put out, that went massive, that got Nicki Minaj's attention in the first place by Fanatics. Like, massive. They made massive rhythms. Why were they not? I'm angry now, bro. You pissed me off.
Yeah, I think... Who actually won? Was it 808 Mello?
No, I think it's J5. But again, Mello should have won. Look at what
Probably had the biggest hits. I think
J5.
J5 is... No, I think 808's had fucking some of the biggest hits of the year with the Pop Smoke stuff, innit?
Oh, bro, if we're talking about numbers, Pop Smoke's album went double platinum.
But then J5 made the whole of J Huss's album pretty much. And that's in the last 12 months. Right?
Yeah, not to mention majority of NSG's catalogue as well.
Yeah.
J5.
Yeah, and then like Location and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
J5 is just way more musical with the production. In my his production speaks to me more than any of the people on that list.
It's a very tough category to pick out one because Steel Bangles did some incredible stuff. Although he obviously made it alongside Dot Rotten, they made it together. M1 on the Beat did a lot with drill, but MK the Plug did just as much with drill, in my humble opinion.
There's so many like different genres under them production names. It's hard to put them against each other.
That is a tricky one. It's tricky to pick a winner, but there's definitely people that should have been on there. Yeah, I'm actually sad.
I think J5's a fair shout. You can't put them all in there, bro. Like you say, Fanatics ain't even on the list, bro.
No,
which is mad.
Yeah, that is.
It's mad.
It's sad. It's very, very sad.
Throw my boy 2-4 in there, innit? He's had a weighty hit this summer.
Yeah, definitely.
Flipping heck.
Yeah, man,
and I like one of Giggs' biggest records. Flipping one of Popcorn's biggest records. Come on, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
2-4's doing bits, man.
There's the love for the ends.
Shouts to Manga as well. I was actually disappointed Manga didn't win Best Grime.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's good to see some of these people getting acknowledged when they've never had shouts.
That's it. I'm glad he was nominated finally.
Manga's been consistently sick since forever, innit? But never gets the shouts in the awards and stuff, man. But he never stops though.
No, non-stop, bro. He works hard. Do you think they should have a best DJ category?
Nah. It'll just be the same shit, man. It'll just be whoever's on One Extra or Capital or whatever. Like, how do you monitor who the best DJ is, bro? Unless man are going around and checking out club nights, residencies, whatever, it's impossible to say. Even with club nights, like if Jam would have defo won a Mobo, mate. 100%. The whole country was talking about it. Like Tipsy would win a Mobo.
Yeah, facts.
But then DJ wise, you can't monitor who. Well, half the best DJs aren't in the limelight. So how do you judge it? You know what I mean? It'll probably just go to who's the loudest on Radio 1 or Westwood.
Well, he's right. That's
not taking anything away from these DJs, by the way. Not taking anything away from them. But it's not a level playing field because
it's a difficult one. It's something that's always irked me because, like, the best DJ category hasn't always been given to the best DJ.
No.
Like, there's people that have won in the past that I could spin, bro. I could spin them backwards off the decks, like. But then it's like, well, okay, what are the factors coming into play now? Because there's certain people that have made massive moves more than I ever have. Do you know what I mean?
I think some of it goes down to popularity as well, bro.
Yeah,
like it's not always about
public vote as well.
It's not always about techers, is it? Like if you're out there and 1 million people know who you are, and then you've got another DJ who's sick and would spin everyone, but doesn't have any kind of following and no one's even tapped into them, who's winning?
I think, but that's the thing. For Mobos, best technical DJ would be a boring category that no one cares about. Who's going to vote for that? No one cares. But I feel like what they could have done is broken it down. Did they have best radio DJ? Because they had best online.
I know No Signal won something, didn't they? I think.
Did they?
I'm not sure. I think I've seen something on my timeline.
Best performance, best media personality. There you go. That was
Henry.
I was interested. It was interesting to not see Charlie Slough on the list, to be honest. Best media personality.
This is what I'm saying.
I'd say he's a media personality. And you know who else should have been on that list as well? Chucky Online should have been the best media personality list, 100%.
Yeah, Chucky's. Yeah, that's mad. That's
definitely
mad.
Should have been.
People pretend they can't see you, bro.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Everyone in the country knows what Chucky's doing. Everybody.
But again,
he's doing the Amazon stuff now with 4-4. He's doing his own podcast. He's doing In the Duffel with JD. He's doing the checkup with the artists.
Massive stuff, mate.
It's like, and he's doing that off his own back as well, which is fucking sick, by the way.
100%.
Because the big networks
self-managed as well.
That's what I mean. The big networks didn't take him, man. We've spoke to him about this with the One Extra stuff before.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, I see some people that I can see they're on the lists because of who their managers are.
Yeah, 100.
I'm not going to call them out because I don't want to take away this could be a massive moment for them, so that might take away their shine. But yeah, there's names that stand out to me. I'm like, absolutely not. There's absolutely no way you should be on there over other people. But it is what it is.
It's awards, in it, man. I don't really read into them too deep anymore.
I never usually do, but
I don't even fully watch them. I just feel like this year, because of the year that it's been, and people are still in lockdown, tier 3, whatever. More people are just taking notice of it, innit?
I think that's probably why I've invested a bit of time emotionally in these, because usually, I don't even watch awards. I don't care about the Grammys. I don't care about the Brits. I don't care about, even to be honest, I don't care about the Rated Awards. I don't care about any of them awards.
The guy said, even to be honest, the Rated Awards is the one I care about the least, bro. They just made that shit up.
Well, yeah, but the Rated Awards...
We could do an awards for DJs and just...
No, because actually Rated Awards, you have to rate the Rated Awards because of when they started, it was at a time when the Mobos were still doing bits, but not really. They were just selling the brand to ITV. They didn't even televise the Dancehall and Reggae Award. They took it off TV to give the award out.
That is a complete mess.
Like, how can you talk about music of black origin and you're not televising the reggae one, which is where majority of the popular black music actually originated from, and you're not even televising it? But that was at the same time the Rated Awards was then created and it came out. So I like
they filled the gap for a couple of years, innit? Like the Mobos look like they're not messing around, man.
Oh no, definitely not. But yeah, I mean, I used to care about the Rated Awards, but I think I've just went off. I've just never really massively been into award shows. There was a time in my life where I was desperate to be a Mobo winner. And at that time, I was miles away from even being nominated anyway. But it's one of those things. It's like a school kid wanting to win the FA Cup when I was a bedroom DJ wanting to win a Mobo.
Or even the artists go off it, man. You see some artists don't deal with award shows and boycotting the Mobos and whatever. I guess it just depends what your aspirations are, innit?
Was Stormzy even nominated for anything? I don't think it was he?
I'm not sure, He's been quiet. He didn't send for Chip.
Probably
doesn't deserve it.
Oh, Heavy. Yeah, sorry. Heavy as the Head was nominated for Album of the Year. I was going to say he dropped an album, man. Oh, and so he was nominated for Best Male Act and Album of the Year.
Okay.
Who won Best Male Act over Stormzy then? Heady won.
Heady won Best Male Act.
Heady won Best Male Act.
Mad.
Nines. I was glad to see Nines get Crab in a Bucket for Album of the Year.
Yeah, that's a fair shout.
Well, this is where it gets weird though. But I think Heady One's album was better than Nines' album.
Not even close. So
okay, Heady One's album has a huge replay factor. After lockdown, there's going to be...
Nines?
No, listen. After let me land. Let me land.
Don't bring that let me land shit to talk over.
I was about to say, let me bring
land on the moon, mate.
Let me bring this Clubhouse phrase in because I've heard this more times than I've heard my own name this week. Let me land. Heady One's album has tracks on there which after lockdown will 100,000% go off in the club. 100%, bro.
Oh yeah, well yeah. But when we're talking about a body of work, an album, we're not talking about what can get run in a club after lockdown.
No, but I'm talking about replayability.
I am not running Heady's album when I'm chilling in my living room in yard.
No, that's true. What, you playing Nines' back though? Still playing Nines' album?
Nines' album is back to front fire, bro. I think that's a proper album. It feels like an old album, innit? Like where all the tracks like fit as one piece. Do you know what I'm saying?
It does flow, but I mean,
felt like an album from the 90s, man. The way it was put together, I'm here for all of that. Not where man just make 10 songs and throw it in any order, like mix and match. Oh, there you go. There's an album.
I don't think they did that with Headies though.
No, I don't think they done that with that album.
The arrangement on both albums was great, but okay, so maybe like what I'm saying when I say Heady One's album was better, I think Heady One's album is going to have a longer shelf life, and the reason for that is because it has a lot of radio-worthy club joints in there, whereas Nines has a couple, but not as many as Heady One. Nines is more of a rap fans album.
Yeah, that might.
Heady One's kind of goes across the genres really because it has. I know obviously the Nines has airplane mode with NSG.
I can't take. I don't see Heady as a rapper like that, man.
He's a drill artist, isn't it? Like
that's what I'm saying. So like Nines can rap.
Oh yeah. Nines is sick. Nines is 10 times better than Heady One, like hugely.
We might have to agree to disagree on this one, mate. I wasn't even a massive fan of Heady's album.
I thought it was a good album.
Man. Two, 3 of the records had me. Well, I'm not really a driller, innit?
No. So this is the thing with Heady One's album.
I actually hate drill.
Heady One's album. It was good because, and I guess it took me off guard because it showed Heady One in so many more versatile ways. He's got proper open songs, like proper deep songs on there. And he's got drill songs on there. He's got the tune with AJ Tracy.
Yeah, the one with the Mahalia joint as well is fire.
Yep. And he's got Princess Cuts with Young T and Bugsy, which is going to be a club joint. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff that I saw from Heady One that I didn't expect to hear.
That's fair.
So it took me, I expected to hear an album that I thought, that I expected to listen to it and be like, there's Heady One's album. It was okay. I'll never listen to it again, probably.
Yeah.
But what I actually heard was a solid body of work where I'm like, rah, one of these songs is my favorite song, like is one of my favorite songs for the year. Another song is gonna absolutely slap the clubs when we're out. There's another song that I've put into my playlist because I think it's amazing. And do you know what I mean? There's stuff that I'm like, and this is all Heady One, and I'm not even into him like that. Whereas listening to Nines' album, I'm a Nines fan, so I knew what to expect. There was no curveballs in there. It wasn't like, oh shit, I can't believe he did this. Everything that I heard, I expected.
I didn't really get that off Heady's album. Nothing really made me jump out my seat, even though he's got a couple of hits.
Really? What? Ain't It Different? Ain't It Different's one of the best songs to come out of the UK
yeah,
this year, bro.
Yeah, Ain't It Different's hard, but...
And watch, I'll tell you what, I reckon you change your mind. When the club's open again, play Princess Cuts in the club.
I'm not denying that, but I look at it, when I listen to an album, I'm not listening, that might be a club banger. Like
that's the first thing I listen to in albums, to be honest.
That's not like I want to hear a piece a piece of art. You get me? Like if it's an album, I don't care. Like I don't care if it's got a couple less club bangers or whatever. Like it's how it sounds and how it fits.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, man. That Nines album felt like an old rap record.
Yeah.
So that to me just made it solid. Heady's got a couple of hits. He's got a couple of hits for sure. Princess Cuts is going to ring off.
Yeah.
If we ever make it,
if we ever make
it back into the clubs.
Oh, bruv.
Well, yeah, it's preference in it. I might just be a hater because I don't really like Heady that much. Maybe.
You know what it is?
Just personal opinion in it.
No, but he's not. I think it's probably not. I have this as well. Yeah, it's not that I dislike Heady One, but he's just not very personable.
Yeah, he's not.
Bruv, he doesn't
because he doesn't give anything away.
This is the thing. His angry face and his happy face are exactly the same.
Yeah,
like,
when he took, yeah, that's true actually.
there's no like, if you look at him in the video, he should be having fun in the video, but it's that.
I think that's just, bro. That's just his cool. That's his cool face, isn't it? Cool.
I think it's just his face, bruv. I think he just doesn't give off emotion through his face. Like, I don't know if he's broken or what, but
He's
like
from the streets.
possibly. But yeah, I mean, he'd be an amazing poker player, I reckon.
I mean,
I think that's the thing.
You see man on an Emirates flight ready to slap man.
Didn't we cover this already?
Oh my days.
He didn't look ready to do anything, bruv. But anyway, so that wraps up the Mobos. Nine's one best hip hop act as well.
There you go. There you go.
Let me check who he was up against.
My guy.
Who was he up against? Who was he up against?
I'm ordering a pizza, mate. That's what I'm doing.
Nine's won best hip hop over J Huss, D Block Europe. I wouldn't class D Block Europe as hip hop. Crepton Conan.
No, definitely not.
Pot of Paper and Miss Banks. There we go. Miss Banks getting some love. That's interesting. There's.
I wouldn't even put Miss Banks in hip hop. I don't know where I would put Miss Banks.
She is a rapper, but you're right. I don't think she makes hip hop. That's a tricky one. It's a weird one, but there's people that are missing from that, definitely.
Interesting.
Yeah, there you go. The Mobos breakdown, ladies and gentlemen.
Quick thing.
Yes.
Quick thing. We had to jump in it.
Quick question then. Are you going to get vaccinated?
No, unless I have to, unless I get forced to.
Forced to? What? Will they pin you down and then just?
No, if they say, oh, you can't work or you can't travel or whatever unless you've had vaccination, then it kind of forces your hand on it.
No, I'm cool, mate. I just not work and not travel. See ya.
Do what then? End up homeless?
No.
Well, you're gonna because you're gonna run out of money, my fam.
No, I can sell drugs.
Okay.
I'm proper good at selling drugs.
Maybe you shouldn't say that on the podcast.
Proper good at selling drugs, mate.
Nah. I've already had it. I'll take my chances.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of this vaccination stuff. It is quite worrying that it might be a passport thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like if they force it where they say, oh, your career depends on if you get it or not. You can't go out, you can't travel, can't go to work, then
genuinely don't know how I feel. I feel so strongly about it that in terms of I don't trust it, right?
That's how you get the BCG in school.
Bruv, I saw it.
Like no one asked no questions about that.
Yeah, you know what? I probably wouldn't have got that.
I didn't get it. I skipped it. I wagged it.
Do you want me to read you an article that I got sent earlier today?
I've never had the BCG. I could die any day.
Check this article out here, right? Boom. Australia has become the first country to abandon a vaccine attempt, scrapping a $750 million project after the shot wrongly gave some people positive HIV test results.
What on earth?
So, like...
Yeah, I won't be touching it. If they roll it out, we'll see what the reaction is in it. But yeah, I won't be touching any of that because...
It's weird, isn't it? But I genuinely don't know how I feel in terms of if they said you are not allowed on an airplane if you don't take the vaccine, I'm probably going to look at how do I get on a boat then? Like...
It'll be the same thing. It'll be the same thing, but if you can't go on a plane, you won't be going on a boat either.
That genuinely might be the case then. I don't... At this stage, I think I would forfeit traveling to not take the vaccination, which sounds like a wild thing to say, but I just don't trust it, mate. Well, I feel like, and it's very conspiracy led. Like it sounds like it's very conspiracy led, but I feel like something that the government forced down your throat, literally like this, in terms of all of the advertising, all of the media coverage, everything you see everywhere is about this one specific thing. I don't think I trust it, bro.
What if they turn around and say like what they're trying to do with concerts and that, where you have to have where you should be vaccinated before you can enter like arenas and shit like that?
Cool. I'll watch it on Snapchat then, YouTube,
yeah, man,
Instagram. Yeah, I'll watch it on everyone else's story. I didn't really go to too many concerts before anyway, so I was always working when there were good ones on.
I'm just gonna wait and see how this thing pans out, mate. I've not really thought about it too much, to be honest.
It is a mad one.
Everyone has something to say on social media, innit?
You know what? I tell you why I think probably why our opinions differ on it as well. And why I feel so strongly about it is because I'm a dad.
Yeah,
So that makes sense.
fair.
So I've got a decision to make, like, am I going to let my son be vaccinated without knowing what's in this? And it's like,
Yeah, I'm not.
these kind of thoughts lead you down all sorts of rabbit holes, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. England have just made a hash of it, innit? I'm sick of even talking about it, man. I'm sick of thinking about it.
Yeah, sorry I brought it up.
I just want to slap Matt Hancock in the face, mate.
You want to do what? Pause.
Slap Matt Hancock in the face.
Slap Matt with your what?
Hancock.
In the face.
Yep. He was on the news the other morning crying because the first old lady had the vaccination.
Yeah,
and he was like putting on his fake tears.
Yeah,
I was like, you're crying, mate, because you made an absolute mess of everything.
Nah, bruv, you know what? These guys...
the pressure, mate, I know. I take that back, to be fair. Because
no, don't take it back. Pile it on even more. Bro, I was reading 50 billion pounds. 50 billion pounds went missing from the government. Like 50 billion pounds has just been like, whoop, you ain't, see ya.
Well, you trying to... I'm not... listen, yeah, they've made a mess of stuff, right? Fair enough, but... them man are dealing with something that's never happened before.
Those guys are dealing with lining their mates' pockets, bro. That's what's going on.
Yeah, but outside of all that, though, like the decisions that them man have got to make, the pressure, bro, we'll never experience that kind of pressure in life at all, ever. Them man have got a whole country to think about. Obviously, they've made bare mistakes, whatever they're doing with finances and money and whatever, but when it boils down to it, them man have got to do different level decisions, mate. I reckon my man was crying on the news the other morning thinking, bloody hell, this could be the end. I can breathe. I can breathe again.
No,
at least.
No, this lot are under pressure, mate. But anyway, I guess that's an episode that we can do, and we can call it the political one.
No, let's not do it, man. Let's just go back to talking to DJs for next week.
Let's do a Clubhouse episode and talk to DJs.
Yeah, man. It's a shout.
All right, I've quite enjoyed just jumping on and doing a freestyle project, you know.
Freestyle Fridays.
Freestyle Friday. This might be a thing.
No. No, I'm only joking.
It might have to be if they say you've got to get vaccinated to go in the clubs. This is where I'm going to be every Friday.
I'll inject it. I'll inject it, mate. Inject it.
Stylist will take it in the eyeball.
I will take it in the bum.
Pause. Ultra mega pause.
Not bothered.
I'm just going to clip that one bit out.
Hit me with the vaccine, mate.
Stylist wants it in the bum.
It's it hard. It's hard. Right, I'm going to get a pizza because I'm starving. I've not had anything to eat. It's 20 to 11. I'm going to be here all night. I'm going to order a big frigging hench vegetarian pizza from not Domino's, Papa John's.
Get the vegan one, man.
Might even get some chicken bites.
That is not vegan.
I'm not a vegan, bro. What
a fantastic episode. You know, I've really enjoyed this episode, actually. And,
this is going to be one of the least listened to episodes we've done.
This episode is...
Man, about these two are chatting shit.
Who are these dickheads? This episode...
So what? It's our podcast and we can talk about what we want.
This episode is going to either gain us loads and loads of subscribers or lose us half of the ones that we already have. If they've even listened this far through. They probably stopped an hour ago.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, Stylist stopped listening 5 minutes ago anyway.
Sorry, man. I'm starving, bruv.
It's all good, mate.
I'm so hungry. I feel like we've spoke about everything to do with DJing, but we've not been in a club since March. So, like, I just get a little bit stressed. Like, that's why when we talk to other DJs, the conversation is wide open. But me and you, bro, we don't need to do this.
Yeah.
We don't need to do this.
There's no need. Stylist has lost the will.
We tried to talk with Donch the other day. It lasted 10 minutes, and Donch's internet is worse than Dubl's in his worst times. So
I resent that comment. My internet, and I'll have you know, I upgraded my internet this week to 200.
No, I said Donch's is worse than yours when he was in your worst.
Oh, okay. I missed that bit. I've just upgraded. I've got 200 meg download speed now. So
yeah, but it's upload for
20 meg
streaming.
upload. 20 meg upload, mate. You can't chat to me now. The video is going to be moving.
Is that all you've got? 20 meg?
Oh, whatever, bruv. Don't try it with 4 meg.
Mine's 50.
Talk about. Look, tell me about your internet
Mine's
at home.
50, cuz.
What's your internet at home saying?
Airtime.
All right, go and get your pizza, man.
Airtime.
We need to go.
Yeah, man.
Pizza time. Hashtag
I knew Dubl was going to do this.
What?
Hashtag TalkOver Podcast. At TalkOver Pod on the socials.
Yes. And YouTube as well. If you like to see our pretty faces and you want to see part of the kitchen. If you're an early listener.
I like this location here.
I like what you've got as your background.
I got my two Bapes, my custom Bape paintings.
You know what you should do? You know what you should do? Those LED lights.
Turntables here.
Put the lights behind the phone.
I've got a big 45-inch on the wall there. Jeez.
Pause. Yeah,
that is not a pause. Stop begging it.
You need to fit them LED lights behind the phone. It'll look better. Anyway, this has been a really random but very enjoyable
got a TV there as well,
episode
look.
of the TalkOver Podcast.
Jeez.
I've liked this one. So, you know what to do? Stylus and Dubl. Stxylo.
Yeah, man.
Sorry, Stxylo and Dubl.
It's all right, mate. Everyone still calls me Stylus, but it's fine. I don't care.
Just ignores the whole brand change.
I didn't do it for anybody else, so I don't care.
Do it for yourself, mate. You do that.
I did it for the gram. Right, we're gone.
See ya.
Subbave.